Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks so much for sticking with us. As I promised you before the break, I am about to deliver. I told you we've got a really cool interview, and it is all focusing on a personality who's more than just a musical artist. Now, we're going to bond over music. However, there's so much more to her, and I love that there's some activism behind her as well. And I'm talking about Marytonette Okudare, better known as Biwom. Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Central. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Yeah, so let's talk about, let's start with you as an artist, originally from Cross River, and, you know, sort of breaking into the rest of Nigeria. Tell me a little bit about your journey.
The journey has been a crazy one, trust me. It just started with me, you know, being in an environment that kind of like didn't appreciate my gift and wanted to just drop it down and hide it as much as they could. My parents wanted me to study law and all that stuff, and I always wanted to do entertainment. So I went further to study law, and it was a struggle for me because it was never, like, it wasn't what I wanted to do. I wasn't interested, nothing. I just had to do it because my parents wanted me to do it. So I did it, and after which, you know, my passion was still calling me, you know, so I had to leave because the environment I was in wasn't appreciating what I had. There was
Is that in Cross River?
Yeah, in Cross River State. There wasn't any form of encouragement. There wasn't any support from anybody. So it was just me against the world. So I had to. I got mad in January this year, and I left home.
Wow, so it's been a year.
So it's just been a year. So I came to Lagos in January. In February, I met with the record label and I got my deal. I got signed in March, so here I am.
Just like that. You're dropping an EP in January. So you're coming full circle in just a year, because you hear so many stories about how many years of, you know, hard work people need to put in. And I know, you know, before this coming to Lagos, before that milestone, you put in, you know, a lot of work.
There's been years of hard work.
But this 1 year has been intense. But what have been some of the highlights for you?
Highlights for me was performing at the Big Brother Naija, the finale party. What was that? The Saturday night party.
Yes.
Yeah, I performed there, and that was so amazing for me because it was so cool. I didn't think, I always wanted to, you know, go for Big Brother Naija, but I didn't think I'll have to go in and entertain them, you know. So that day was just,
oh, you thought you'd be a housemate?
I thought I would be a housemate, and I went in to entertain the housemate. So it was big for me, and they kind of vibed to my songs. And then the other one was, I had a wine and dine section with, what was it called, with industry expert. Those are people I've looked up to all my life. Tiwa was there, Becca, Shay, Sasha P. It was all the females who've been doing, like, people I've looked up to all my life, and it was just amazing. I didn't think I was going to meet them in, you know, in such a short time, you know. So it's been a great year for me, to be honest. I've gone where I didn't think I would go in a year.
It sounds like it.
I just thank God.
And I know that once the EP is out, you're gonna go even further. But let's talk a little bit about your genre of music. You know, what do you infuse into your sound?
Well, I have my song, for me, I call it Afro Vibe because it's a bit of. I like to stick close to the African music as much as I can, but with a bit of difference. That's why I call it Afro Vibe, because it's just a vibe for me. It's just African vibe. Something that you feel, something that, you know, somebody just passes to you in, you know, via music or via whatever it is, and you feel it deeply. So I call my music Afro Vibes.
And as I said earlier, there's so much more to you than the music. Now let's talk about you and your movement. You being the rebel kid and your movement being Rebel with a Cause. You know, what birthed that? Well,
Rebel Kid is a strong movement for me. It's just, for me, it's like an evolution, because there's something I always say when I meet people and they ask me, what's this Rebel Kid about? Because people kind of like think when they hear the Rebel Kid, they're like, it's somebody who's rude, unruly, or wayward. That's not it. That's
rebellious.
That's not what I'm promoting at all. For me, Rebel Kid is a non-conformist, somebody who stands out in society, somebody who values their individuality in society. So, and that's birthed from, you know, my experience growing up as a child. I kind of felt like I didn't really fit into my environment and people didn't really get me. So for that, I was always like the odd one everywhere. And it also kind of like entered into the industry with me, because when I started making music the first time, people told me you have to change your personality. You know, if not, you can't penetrate it. And in fact, the industry won't even accept you. I was told that a lot of times. I would go perform with producers, and I'll go like try to make new songs, and the next thing they're texting me up and telling me, babe, you need to change who you are, because this industry don't accept people like you. And I wanna I'm promoting this because I want to encourage people that you can be anything and still be heard. I believe in the content and not the container. It's just something until you look deep. Yeah. So I believe that people should be their value should be placed above their looks or whatever it is they appear to be. So that's what I'm promoting with the Rebel with the Cause.
And who do you look up to? Because like you said, especially where African female artists are concerned, there is a look that's sort of tried and tested, if I may call it that.
Exactly.
And I see you totally going against that.
Yeah.
But in defining yourself in this new way that we've seen very few African female artists do, who do you look up to? Who do you look at and feel like, you know what, I'm really glad that she's going against the grain, and I want to do, you know, what she's doing and possibly more.
Yeah, so when I was super happy when Tenny came up.
Right?
Super happy because I always had it in mind that I was going to be the first female to break, like to change this whole, this
sort
mentality.
Stereotype,
yeah, exactly. I was like, it was going to be me. So when Tenny came up, I was really happy. And I left her a DM. I'm sure she won't see it until we meet, until we have an actual conversation. And I want her to see when we meet. I sent her that message and I was like, you're standing out for us. You don't even know how much I appreciate you as a person, because you've changed things. This is something that nobody thought was gonna, it just took everyone unawares. And I absolutely look up to her. And I know that things are going to go great with me. I strongly believe it. I strongly believe it.
I believe it too. I feel your energy. You've got incredible energy. So how is it? Is it an organized movement? When we speak of Rebel with a Cause, how do you express, or how do you organize yourselves as a movement? Is it like a social media movement, or do you have events, or how is it?
Well, it's a baby movement. Like I said, I didn't have the platform at the time, but now with what I have, I can do more. With the crowd that I have, I've started the movement on social media.
Great.
With time, would expand as much as I have plans. We'll expand as much as we can, because I wanted to reach out to people, because I know like there are many people like me who want to break out. There are some times when I go on air and I talk about these things and I see people come into my DM and they tell me, thank you I just needed to hear what you said. I needed to hear that, because I've always felt like this. I've always felt like this. And I felt like this has kind of like limited me to a lot of things that I wanted to do. But because of what you've said, I'm inspired to do more for myself and push out. And that's what I want to do. I want people to look up to me and say, if she could do it, I can do it. That's the movement. That's what I want to preach, because there are people out there, trust me, there are really people out there who just need to hear a word. I didn't have people, in my time telling me you can do it. Rather, everybody was just, being a naysayer.
Yeah.
They just told me, this is it. You have to change or nothing, But I had to keep saying that to myself. Some people don't have that will to say it to themselves.
Yeah.
They just want people, they just want somebody, an idol they can look at and say, because of her. So I want to be that for people.
I love it. It's all about representation, owning your story, owning who you are. Yeah. And I know a lot of people want to experience more of you. It is December period, so there's shows back to back, so many. So, what are some of the events where we might be able to catch a glimpse of you in action on stage?
Oh, well, I've done some already, but there's more to come. I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Just drop one or two. I'll let you drop one or two.
I think I'm going to be performing in the Malian first.
Yeah, are you a Malian? You're a Malian.
No,
You're what?
really.
Don't be embarrassed.
I'm just a rebel kid. I'm a rebel kid.
Okay, Malian,
I feel like Naira Marley and I have, I don't know, I think we have a...
You are a Malian.
Yep.
Own it.
I'm a rebel kid.
Own it. It's okay.
He's a Malian.
I'm a low-key Malian.
Sister brother. Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
Great.
I'm a classy, I just keep my zanku here, just,
I think I connect with him because I think he's doing what I'm doing is just in a different way. So that's why I connect with him in that way.
You connect with that story. And another show that we can catch you at, seeing as we are now seeing your true colors.
You guys, see, follow me on social media.
We'll follow you on social media, right?
You see that.
And, of course, we've talked about the EP coming up in January. Do you have a name yet for it?
Yes, it's going to be called, and this is an exclusive. I haven't even said it yet.
Drop it.
It's going to be called Rebel Kid, the EP.
Rebel Kid,
yeah, so
the
there
EP.
I'm going to be talking about a lot. I'm just going to be doing my thing on that EP. It's just going to be all about the topic, the Rebel Kid.
Any collaborations?
Yeah, a few collaborations.
I'll just drop one or two names now. Name drop.
I have one with Skills. Currently have one collaboration with Skills.
Love it.
There's more to come.
Yes, more to come.
Yeah.
Listen, she's a Malian. She looks up to Tenny. She's got a collaboration with Scales.
Yeah.
She is a Rebel Kid.
Oh, yeah.
Biwom, what's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is @official Biwom. Instagram official Biwom. Twitter official Biwom. Facebook @official Biwom. YouTube Biwom. It's just
so
out
if
there.
we check Biwom,
if you just said Biwom, you see me there.
We'll find you there.
Yeah.
Really exciting stuff.
Thank
so we've got the EP Rebel with a Cause.
Yeah.
And any other plans that we can look forward to for 2020?
For 2020, just look forward to seeing me everywhere. I already have someone who just doesn't want to let people rest with Biwom. Everybody keeps complaining. She's blasting me everywhere. That's my manager. She's going crazy with me. So yeah, that's Torera. So trust me, next year is going to be a blast. I absolutely believe it, and I want everybody out there to key into the movement. But with me, you're going to see more. There's just a lot coming out, and I just cannot wait to share with everybody.
I'm excited already. I feel very gingered. I love that it's a female team running it, not your stereotypical looking female team. You're showing that, listen, you are beautiful just as you are as a woman, confident, strong, and speaking what you believe. And Biwom, this has been incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bye. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. Pleasure is all mine. And of course, all hours here on Breakfast Central. You heard it here first. Biwom dropping her EP, the Rebel Kid EP, next year in January. So we're going to start 2020 on a very musical note.